and I am going to be talking to you today in this video about how to avoid major banking mistakes. So I'm Jody and I'm a personal finance blogger and coach over at abundanceofjoe.com, and I talk about how to save money, make money, and build wealth. So check out my blog for more information. And today I'll be talking to you about how to avoid some major banking mistakes that I typically see people make. I also make them as well. And this video, I'll be walking you through the different ones that you should avoid so that you can ensure that you're doing really good banking. Yeah. All right, so let's get into it. So the first banking mistake I typically see is going into a financial institution or a bank and not knowing your financial situation. So it's very important that you are aware of what your financial situation is and why you need a particular financial product. So if you're looking to buy a house, you need to know your credit score, something as simple as that. You also need to know how much you're willing to pay for the cost of doing these different transactions. And what do I mean by that? I mean, how much are you willing to pay in terms of your interest rate? So that's usually how banks make money. It's through that interest rate. So you need to know, are you willing to pay a very high interest rate, or do you prefer a lower interest rate? And if you know your financial situation, like your credit score, if you also know different things about, how you're transacting with the bank, that can also help you in your conversations with your banking advisor. So just be aware of your financial situation so that you can make the best decisions as you're looking through the different financial products that the bank will be offering you. So that's the first one. So the second thing I usually see, or the second mistake I usually see, is not doing any research. So there is a lot of banks and financial institutions around, and they offer different things. Some of them have excellent customer service. Some also have very competitive rates. Most banks, or the major banks, usually have the same interest rates, or they usually run the same numbers, but it's good to just look at the total landscape and see what is available in your marketplace. You also want to ensure that you're choosing a bank that has excellent customer service, and that's very important because you need to be with an institution that can help you when you're dealing with some serious challenges in your finances, and you want to also be able to be supported when you're going through your financial life and you're building your financial resources. So that's an excellent way for you to do that research, because now you know, if I'm choosing this particular bank, I know that they will provide this service for me. So do your research, and it's as simple as Googling the different banks in your area and understanding what the products are and what the different rates are, so that you can make the best decision. And I can give an example. In my case, I was looking for a business account, and I just looked at the different banks in my area and what the different banking business accounts looked like, what the interest rates were, and also what the different offerings were. So some banks had very low interest rates, but they offered unlimited deductions from your ATM card. So you want to look at those things and understand if those kinds of situations will help to serve your need, or if a separate bank would do the things that you would want them to do. So you have to look at the total landscape. So that's one. And then the other thing I usually see, or mistake I usually see, is when you do go into a bank and you're setting up your accounts, is not asking about bank fees. So usually, the bank will tell you that these are the fees that are attached to the bank account, but you also need to ask. You won't always know that there is a banking fee attached to your accounts. So you need to ask, you need to know how they're set up and how you will be billed based on the activity that you have with that account. So if you're setting up a basic checking account or a savings account, you need to know, is there a fee attached to using your ATM card? Maybe after your fifth purchase or your fifth transaction, you're starting to be billed based on how you use it within a particular day. So you need to know what the banking fees are, so it helps you to make good decisions and that you know how to use your accounts as well, so that you're not getting billed all the time, because we don't want that. So that's the other one I usually see. And then the last one I would say I tend to see a lot is people not negotiating better interest rates. So let me set this up first. Usually when you are with a bank and you are probably already a customer and you already have credit cards or other financial products with a bank, if you are a very good customer, so you're always paying your banking bills on time, so you pay your credit card bills on time, and you're not always in overdraft, your bank sometimes will be able to help you and offer you very competitive rates. So when you're with a bank, especially if you've been with the bank for a long time, over 10 years, over 20 years, you do have that leverage where you can ask for, better interest rates. So I would say just pick up the phone and call the bank and negotiate good rates, especially for your credit card. They tend to have very high interest rates. That's one opportunity that you can tap into, and call your local bank and ask if they could lower the interest rate on your credit card. And you'll be amazed that they might actually be able to help you. So negotiate better rates. It's not impossible, but if you try, you just never know what might come out of it. So those are the major mistakes I usually see. And if you continue to follow these tips, you will be in a good position, and you can continue to build wealth and also build an abundant life. So if you love this video and you learned a lot from it, please do subscribe to our channel, and you can also check out my blog at abundanceofjoe.com, and share this video with your friends and your family. And thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you.